Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, welcome back to more Hearthstone. Today is the release of the Zannrath Project, and here we go, yeah, 3 packs. I was going to say, I don't think we've had a lot of free packs, because I think the last couple expansions they've been giving away like some free packs, or some opportunities to get free packs beforehand, right? And then you get the 3, I don't know, anyways. So we get a free legendary, looks like, Dr. Boom, Mad Genius, Warrior, 7 mana, Battle Cry. For the rest of the game, your mechs have Rush. Alright, so of course, I've been following the pre-release stuff and whatever. There's Magnetic, that's the new thingamabobber, what's it called, keyword or whatever. Legendary spells, and that's pretty much all I know. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves 40 packs, and of course, you gotta make sure, pack day opening, if you're buying with gold, make sure and I guess real money too, it's more valid, but buy the right pack, right? I'm sure we're looking forward to all those videos where people buy the wrong pack. Alright, so here we go, 40 the Boomsday Project, packs. Let's go ahead, make that purchase, and let's see how quickly the servers crash. Alright, so, oh, I forgot about that. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I usually like to buy just 40 packs, but, totally just blanked even though it just popped up in my face. It's like, hey, you get 3 free packs. So it's okay, whatever. I guess we'll open 43 packs. We had to go for it anyway. So, you know what? Let's make it special. Let's buy 2 more because we have the gold. Alright, chums. Cool. Alright. Did it make the purchase? I felt like, yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so, believe it's still first 10 or whatever. The first 10 packs that within the first 10 packs you get a legendary, right? So let's see this animation here. Alright, not the most impressive, I think, pack, like, thingy opening animation, but it's alright. And like I said, as I, usually do, I try not to, like, follow the card reveals and stuff like that, prior to the release, just to make things kind of interesting for me. Everything's kind of, like, brand new. Just because it's very hard these days to like have anything be completely new when it kind of releases, right? Because there's so much information on the internet. Anyways, I actually didn't even know that the release was going to be today until yesterday, so that's how much I've been following. Anyways, as usual, you can follow at home, guess how many legendaries we're going to get in these 45 packs, so an extra 5 packs possibilities that I usually do. Alright, so we'll start here. Explodinator, 4 mana, 3/2, summon 2/02 Goblin Bombs. Alright, we'll see. We'll figure out what that does. 2 mana, Lab Recruiter, 3/2 Rogue. Battle Cry, shuffle 3 copies of a friendly minion into your deck. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know, like, cause Quest Rogue kind of was a thing for a while, and it got nerfed, and then kind of went away for, like, I think Kingsbane is kind of a thing now. Kingsbane Rogue, Miracle Rogue. So, I don't know, that's kind of interesting. It's very, like, Quest Rogue-y kind of vibes there. Meteorologist, 6 mana, 3/3 Mage, Battle Cry. For each card in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random minion. Or, sorry, random enemy, so it hits phase 2. That's kind of interesting, so like Hand Mage, would that be a thing? 1 mana, Faithful Lumi. 1 mana, 1/1, Battle Cry, give a friendly mech 1/1, so a little bit of a neutral mech synergy there. Spark Engine, 2 mana, 2/1. Add a 1/1 Spark with Rush to your hand. Okay, so that's okay-ish, I guess. 3 mana, 3/2 with 1/1 Rush. 1/1 of those stats being Rush. Anyways, all right, next pack. So definitely a lot of mech flavorings in there. Alright, sorry, we're here. Rocket Boots, 2 mana. Give a minion a rush, draw a card. Okay, so... because Arcane Intellect is like 3 mana, right? Draw 2 cards, so one less mana, 1 less card, but rush. Meh, okay. Violet Haze, 3 mana, Rogue. Add 2 random Death Rattle cards to your hand. Oh yeah, I think I saw something about like Death Rattle kind of coming back a little bit. Like I saw some people saying like, oh, there's going to be a good Death Rattle Hunter, and I guess maybe there's a good Death Rattle Rogue. I don't know, I can't remember, but yeah. Bronze, 2 gold. Bronze, Gatekeeper, 3 mana, 1/5 mech, Magnetic Taunt. Okay. And then what does Magnetic do again? It's just like it combines the stats of the minions, right? It just makes like an amalgamation or something like that, kind of like the Rexar, Deathstalker Rexar kind of effect. Just mushes things together. 5 mana, Paladin, Mechano Egg, 0 mana 5, 0/5, 5 mana, I said that before. Summon an 8/8 Robosaur. Of course, gotta have the robotic dinosaurs. So we had like what, Devilsaur Egg, 3 mana, 0/3? Was it a 0/3? And then it was a 5/5, so this is, okay, sure. Not that pack. Alright. Oh, we got our first legendary. This is 3 packs in. And we got some chunks we've seen before. Alright, so we'll start over here. Seeing these guys, saw that, so Giggling Inventor, 5 mana, 2/1, all classes, summon 2 1/2 mechs with Taunt and Divine Shield. So it is, those are just Noitrons, right? But yeah, so that's like, that's what, 4/5 in stats for 5 mana, but 2 of them have Taunt, so that's pretty reasonable, I think. Harbinger, Celestia, all classes, 4 mana, 5/6, stealth. After your opponent plays a minion, become a copy of it. Okay, so it's pretty heavily statted. So if your opponent can't play a minion, then it can actually be pretty big in terms of body, stat wise. But then your opponent can kind of just play like a small minion and just kind of gets neutralized. So yeah, it's kind of like it can be rewarding, it can be punishing in a sense, right? Like you get like a 1 mana minion for 4 mana, or you can prevent like a big play. So that's pretty nice. I kind of like that. Some strategy involved there. So that's 3 packs. Let me go ahead and just make a note of it, just cause I like to keep track of how many packs it takes for me to get a legendary. Alright, Boomsday Project, Druid, 1 mana. Each player gains 2 mana crystals. So that's kind of like Wild Growth, but twice the effect for half the cost, and your opponent gets it. So that's kind of interesting. Just ramp everyone up. I don't know, that kind of seems questionable, because like if you're just going to play this on turn 1, then your opponent instantly gets a turn 3 play, right? So that's pretty steep cost to ramp. Demonic Project, 2 mana Warlock. Each player transforms a random minion in their hand into a demon. So that's pretty interesting, because now you have a way to potentially kind of disrupt some combo decks, right? Because like if they have like a like Shudderwalk, I think is the big one. That's based on a minion. That kind of takes a while for, like, if you have it in your hand, it kind of takes a while for you to want to be able to play it. Grumble is the same thing in the Shudderwalk deck. Malagos Druid. So that's pretty interesting, I think. We're getting a little bit more in terms of cards that kind of disrupt your opponent, like before they even start playing stuff, right? Because we had like Gnome Feratu, where it discards the top card in their deck, which can be very disrupting. But this is like kind of getting rid of something in their hand. So pretty interesting. I like that. New kind of not new mechanic, but kind of a new theme. Shooting Star, deal 1 damage to the minion and the minions next to it. Okay, so this is basically like Meteor. Is it Meteor or Meteorite? I think it's just Meteor, right? It's like 5 mana, the 15, and then 3 to the adjacent minions. It's kind of like that, but small. So, anti-aggro. 0 mana, Shaman card. Beakered Lightning? Beakered Lightning. Deal 1 damage to all minions and overload 2. So that's like, well, that's kind of like the Dreadlord or whatever, that 6 mana green Inferno. Not Dreadlord. It's like something Inferno, right? It's kind of like that effect. It's kind of like Arcane Exposure, but it hits your own minions, but it's basically, well, it's free, and then it's 2 mana later. So I don't know. That's kind of an interesting design, I think. 3 mana, 3/4 Omega Medic Priest. It's a goblin, so it's not a mech. Battlecry, if you have 10 mana crystals, restore 10 health to your hero. Okay. I was gonna say, like, wait, you can never have 10 mana crystals when you play this card because it costs 3 mana, right? But it's like, no, it's just not like full mana crystals, just mana crystals in general. Okay, so that's interesting. So that's like a 3 mana card. Okay, I mean, it's like fairly standard stat line for 3 mana, right? But then it's like Battle Cry if you have 10. So if you play it later, then you can actually do a lot of healing. So that's, okay, that's interesting. So I think, oh, there was the other, that's the other thing I think that came out this expansion, right? It's like the whole, if you have extra mana or whatever, then you, like if you have 10 mana, then they gain extra effects. Can't remember what that was called. Yeah. Anyways. Venomizer, Magnetic Poisonous, 2 mana, 2/2, mech for Hunter. What is that? I don't know, that's kind of an interesting artwork. Toxicologist, 2 mana, 2/2. Battlecry, give your weapon +1 attack. So maybe some more Kingsbane Rogue stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any. Well, I'm pretty sure there are some new weapons, so we'll see if we get any of those for various classes. Rusty Recycler, 5 mana, 2/6, mech, Taunt Lifesteal. Have we seen any other minions that are kind of similar? I think Druid, does Druid, or is it neutral? I don't remember. There's like a 1 mana, or not a 1 mana, it's like a 1/5 taunt with Lifesteal or something like that. Anyways, 1 mana, Secret Plan, discover a secret. Okay, so Trap Hunter, maybe? Security Rover, 6 mana, 2/5. Whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 2/3 mech with taunt. Okay, so I can't remember if Quest Warrior, is it played for the Warrior quest, or is it like summoned? Because this would be like pretty nice to help, like, well, actually it's a 6 mana card, so it kind of comes in like mid-game-ish, but there's potential to kind of like, you know, get taunt out the quest finished in the mid-game pretty early, given that, you know, you can summon a bunch of taunt mechs with this. Anyways, doesn't matter to me because I don't have that quest. Alright. Auto Diffuse Matrix, 1 mana, Secret Paladin. When one of your minions is attacked, give it Divine Shield. Oh, okay, interesting. So, basically kind of like, it's kind of like Get Down, except it doesn't summon another minion. Because there are very few, I think, instances where the Get Down, the Noble Sacrifice minion, actually survives somehow. So it's not like getting an extra minion really is that much of an issue. But then getting a Divine Shield basically means that anytime you attack a minion, like, it could be better than get a Noble Sacrifice. And there's more synergies, I think, compared to like losing a minion from the Noble Sacrifice. Because like there's like Bolvar, right, where you lose the Divine Shield and then, yeah. So I kind of like this. I mean, obviously it's not strictly better than Noble Sacrifice, but I think it's, in a lot of situations, a little bit better. Anyways, Cosmic Anomaly, 4 mana, 4/3, +2 spell damage, mage, elemental. Yeah, so Frost Lich, okay, so yeah, so that's reasonable. The 4/3 stat line's kind of, right, because it can die to like a 2 mana minion with 3 attack. 3 mana, 2/1, Microtech Controller, Battlecry, summon 2 1/1 Microbots. I'm guessing Microbots are probably just like mechs, and there's no like effect to them. We've seen that. Tending Tauren, 6 mana, 3/4 Druid, to give your other minions 1/1/1, or summon 2 2/2 Trents. So 2 2/2 Trents, basically that's 7/8 for 6, which is pretty decent. Of course, you know, it's spread across 3 minions, or giving your other minions +1/1. So I don't know if you play this in like a token druid deck. 6 mana, just, I mean, if you get like a 6/6, if you have like 6 minions on board, right? You get 6/6 of stats. It's pretty strong, right? 9/10 for 6 mana, but I don't know. Doesn't seem super impressive to me, but whatever. Okay. Alright, seen that. Weapons Project, 2 mana warrior. Each player equips a 2/3 weapon and gains 6 armor. Interesting. So this is Stormforge Axe is a 2/3, right? And gains 6 armor. So that's pretty interesting. Both players getting a little bit of health, and so, I mean, obviously that's, the health is like exact to like how much damage the weapon can deal. So but But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. It could be good for. I mean, it could be good for like warriors who are like trying to get into like the late game, right? Just doesn't really matter if your opponent has the weapon and stuff. You just want to be able to clear their minions or something. I don't know. Kind of interesting. And we've seen everything else here. So really, 7 packs in, we're already starting to get a lot of dupes. That's, I don't know. All right, new stuff. So a lot of projects. Is that a thing? Projects. That's because like there's always like there's that one expansion. Which one I can't remember. Where it's like the stones, right? There was like the paladin one, the priest one, the warlock one. Did everyone have a stone? No. It's only certain. Yeah, I don't know. There's warrior. There's like we've seen like the weapons project for warrior just then, and then we saw the warlock one. Here's a mage one. Lots of projects. Of course, it's science theme, right? So, anyways, I think we've seen that. So yeah, 2 mana. Each player draws 2 cards. So, basically, for 1 less mana, compared to Arcane Intellect, your opponent gets to draw 2 cards. So this is kind of like Cold Oracle without the 2/2 body. So basically, it's 1 mana 2/2 is pretty good, I think. Right? Okay, anyways. So Spirit Bomb, 2 mana, deal 4 damage to a minion and your hero. Interesting. Okay. So that's reasonable. I mean, there's a lot of things that I think Warlock does with taking damage. So alright, and then Mechanical Whelp, Death Threat, I'll summon a 7/7 Mechanical Dragon, 6 mana 2/2 mech. Alright, so we got a lot of the, it looks like we're getting a couple more of these, like, mid-stated, or mid-cost minions with, lowish stats, and then that summons something on Death Rattle, right? So, alright, is that our first epic? Not sure. Biology Project, oh yeah, we've seen that too, right? We've seen this. Replicating Menace, we've seen that. 4 mana, 3/1 mech, all classes, magnetic, Death Rattle, summon 3/1/1 microbots. So we are also seeing, so I think, yeah, there are a lot of Death Rattles, it seems like, in this expansion, so far at least, you know, with our end of however many cards we've seen, probably like 30-ish at this point, or not even 30-ish probably, in terms of number of dupes. But anyways, so, yeah, it looks like a lot of Death Rattles, either like summoning some big thing, or summoning a bunch of little things. Then we have Dream Petal Florist, 7 mana 4/4 for Druid. End of your turn, reduce the cost of a random minion in your hand by 7. Wow, okay. That's interesting. So, if this can stay, so this will obviously get 1 tick. Unless somehow, like, I guess you play it into like a Exploding Rune or whatever that major speaker it is. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's a big Druid, right? Because like, what does Mali Druid, because there's like the one where you play Aviana Kun into Mali, right? And so I don't know if you would play this in that deck, because really you only have, I'm actually not sure how many minions you run in that deck, but obviously those are the 3 big key pieces, and so if you can like hit one of those and cheese them out early, I guess I think it would be Aviana that you want to hit, right? Because then you can play Aviana for free into a Kun into it anyways. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, 10th pack. So technically we've seen 45 cards, but number of dupes. Oh, hey look! So this is 10 packs in, I think, right? Yeah. So I gotta make a note of that. Alright. And alright, so we got our first spell, looks like. We'll start over here. Bulldozer, 9 mana, 9/7, Divine Shield. So just some kind of basic-ish kind of cards. Seen that guy. Piloted Reaper, 4 mana, 4/3. Death Rattle, summon a random minion from your hand that costs 2 or less. Interesting. So it summons it from your hand. So I don't know. Is that helpful? I mean, it saves you 2 mana, of course, right? But, yeah, I'm not entirely convinced how beneficial that might be. Seeing that, the Boom Ship, 9 mana, summon 3 random minions from your hand, give them a rush. Wow, that can be interesting for sure. Like, Hmm. Maybe Big Warrior can be a thing again? I played Big Warrior one time, for like a brief period during some expansion with the Woe Cleaver and everything. That's kind of interesting. I don't know, I like that. I kind of like that. Maybe we can make Big Warrior a thing again. Alright. Next up. So, 10 packs, 2 legendaries. That's pretty surprising. That's really good. Right? So the first one obviously was kind of we cheese it out, right? Because we're guaranteed in 10, but wow, so that's 3 and 7 packs, respectively, for legendaries. Probably gonna be, probably gonna be it from now on, right? Voltaic Burst, 1 mana, Shaman card, summon 2 1/1 Sparks with Rush, Overload 1. So this is kind of like, I don't know if there's anything kind of similar to that. I was thinking like kind of like Mirror Entity, but it's 1/1, so same amount of stat line, but no taunt, but it has Rush. But it's 2 mana, so anyways, essentially, right? 1 mana now, 1 mana later. Topsy-Turvy, 0 mana priest spell, huh? Alright, swap a minion's attack and health. So we've seen this baked into certain spells, like Confuse, I think, right? Does it to every minion. There's some elemental anomaly thing or whatever, it's like 3/3 stat, can't remember how much it costs, I think. That does it, so it's kind of an interesting, card, I suppose. We've seen that. Dead Ringer, well, interesting in the sense that they turned the effect into a card. Death Rattles, draw a Death Rattle minion from your deck. Priest Mech, 2 mana, 2/1. Okay, that's fair. So when I was joking about like the Naxxramas project, right, where we always have to joke about Naxxramas being out, it actually kind of reminds me of that because with all the Death Rattle, right, and stuff like that. But that's really kind of it. Seeing that War Gear, 5 mana, 5/5, Magnetic Mech, so kind of just a plainish. Seeing that Kaboom Bot, 3 mana, 2/2, Death Rattle, deal 4 damage to a random enemy minion. So basically, it's kind of down 1/2 in stats, which is about like a 1 mana card cost. So 1 mana, deal 4 damage to a random minion. That's pretty decent, I suppose. It's all classes. Astral Shift, add 2 random minions to your hand. 2 mana. Interesting. Okay, I kind of like that actually. So you're kind of pulling. I mean, they're random, yes, but you're pulling like stuff like extra resources that aren't typically in your deck. But then again, your deck usually has like the good resources because you built the deck to be a certain way. So I don't know. It kind of sounds good, but then maybe it could be kind of just like meh. But I'm kind of curious. Like I can't remember when it's a class card and it says get like random whatevers, right? Like it's limited to like neutral and class cards, right? Like it's not like random from the whole body of cards. Obviously Standard and Wild have their own, like Standard has its own restrictions, but I'm not sure of this. I'm pretty sure it's not going to pull from like other class minions. But could be wrong. Very likely could be wrong. Alright, seeing that. Mecharoo, 1 mana, 1/1, summon a 1/1 Joey bot. Okay. So, basically kind of the same thing as other effects, like summon, Death Rattle, summon some other mech, some small mech, but with a theme, I guess. Crazed Chemist, 5 mana, 4/4, combo, give a friendly minion +4 attack. That's an interesting artwork. She's got that, like, kind of dribble coming out of her mouth. I've seen that. That's, okay, yeah, I mean, 5 mana is usually like, what's your stat line usually like? 5/6-ish, 5/5-ish. So, pretty decent, I suppose. Fairly. I mean, kind of mediocre. But, anyways. Alright, I think this is our second epic. Have we had, like, the same amount of epics as we've had, legendary so far? Seeing that, Brainstormer, 3 mana, 3/1, gain 1 health for each spell in your hand. Interesting. I think it's kind of interesting because it kind of gives your opponent some information. Obviously, I mean, I don't know how helpful that information is. I mean, I think once the meta kind of settles and you kind of know what cards are in specific decks, it can maybe be helpful, but then again, just knowing how many spells your opponent has, actually it could be pretty helpful, but maybe it could be kind of moot too, because it's like, okay, well, it doesn't matter if I know their hand is like all spells, because like the deck is gonna OTK me anyways, or whatever. But anyways, um, yeah, I don't know. I think it could be, I think it could be helpful for your opponent, and we've seen that guy before. And then we have Thunderhead here. 4 mana, 3/5. After you play a card with Overload, summon 2/1/1 Sparks with Rush. Okay, so, and that's like an aura effect, right? It's not just like one time. So anytime you play a card with Overload, you get those Sparks. So that's pretty reasonable, I think. Stat line is pretty decent, 4 mana for 3/5. You're missing kind of like one stat, like a Chillwind Yeti kind of thing, 4/5. But the effect, I think, is pretty, like, I don't know if it's like super impressive overall, but it's like pretty decent, I think, in terms of stats, and then the effect can be decent. So not terrible, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alright. Seeing that, upgradable Flamebot, 2 mana, 1/5. So a little bit extra in stats. I think 2 mana is usually like a 3/2 kind of a thing with an effect, potentially. So kind of plain. Maybe play it in Priest, swap it over, you get yourself a frickin', what is it? Magma Rager. Goblin Bond, we haven't seen that. 1 mana, 0/2, mech. Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Pretty lackluster, I think. It's kind of like, Leper Gnome, but doesn't have attack and has an extra health, so. Storm Chaser, 4 mana, 3/4, Elemental Shaman. Battlecry, draw a spell from your deck that costs 5 or more. Are there a lot of... There are not that many spells. I guess you can use this to grab your legendary spell, right? So that could be pretty decent, depending on what the legendary spell is for Shaman. Spider Bomb, have we seen this? No. 3 mana, 2/2 mech, magnetic, Death Rattle, destroy a random enemy minion. That's pretty good. So that's kind of like, it's kind of like Deadly Shot, but you get a 2/2 body for a delayed effect rather than an instantaneous effect when you play it. So, okay. Reasonable. Could be pretty good, I think. Like I said, Death Rattle Hunter was one of the first things that I was like, oh yeah, people were kind of talking about this. Bulldozer, seen damaged Stegatron. 6 mana, 5/12, okay. Taunt, Battlecry, deal 6, okay, so deal 6 damage to this minion. So it's basically 6 mana, 5/6, but if you can somehow cheese it out, then you can get an extra 6 health. So, big warrior, with the rush and all that stuff, that spell that I got. So yeah, okay, there's that. Coppertail Imposter, 4 mana, 4/4, all classes, mech. Battlecry gains stealth until your next turn. Okay, fair enough. It's kind of like, wasn't there a rogue card that's kind of like that, where it's like gain stealth until the next turn? I don't know, I can't remember. Oh, there's a pirate card that when you summon a pirate, it gains stealth until the next turn, but anyways, and we got another Storm Chaser. I don't know how good this could be, but, oh, it's a squirrel. Oh, I get it. I get the artwork now, it's an imposter. It's a mech imposter hiding amongst the squirrels. I didn't realize there was that little nut thing that flew out of the pack. That was kind of cool. So maybe I retract my statement before about how the animation wasn't as impressive as some of the other ones. Yes. Have we seen this? 3 mana? No. Yeah, we have, right? 2 Death Rattle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have. 2 mana, elementary reaction. Draw a card, copy it if you played an elemental last turn. So Elemental Shaman, like I said, making a comeback. And you got Mecharoo. Yeah. Elemental Shaman. I think I did play some version of an Elemental Shaman or something at some point. I don't have a Calamos, I think is what it's called, right? The legendary. Seen that. Skaterbot. Man. He's just a Skaterbot. Said see ya later bot. Can't remember how that song goes. But anyways, 1 mana, 1/1, Magnetic Rush. I mean, meh. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Skater with a rush, maybe. Test subject. Looks like a leper gnome. 1 mana, 0/2 priest. Death Rattle, return any spells you cast on this minion to your hand. Huh. Priest? I was gonna say, this might be a decent card for Paladin, just because they have, they already have a couple of spells that are like, cast on this and then something happens when you cast on them, right? But the priest, have we had priest cards where it's like cast on it and then something happens? Not that I can remember at least, but I don't know. Not entirely sure about that. Maybe it has some potential, but I don't know. Alright. Oh. Oh. Well, we're going to have 3 legendaries and 3 epics. Let's see, what pack was this? Is this 26? I can't remember, I can't see, but... Alright. Alright, so we've got, let's see, let's start over here. Eternium Rover, 1 mana, 1/3. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain 2 armor. So it's kind of similar, what am I trying to think of? It's kind of similar to like Warbot, I think, right? Where it's like, well, that's a little bit different because, well, obviously, because it's whenever you summon a minion, it will deal 1 damage to that. And then this is whenever it takes damage, you'll gain 2 armor. So I don't know. It's kind of, it's reasonable, I guess. Early game card. Blight Nozzle Crawler, 4 mana, 2/4, Mech Rogue. Summon a 1/1 Ooze with Poisonous and Rush. That's, oh, it's a death rattle though. So, well, you know, reasonable, I think. Seen that. Holomancer, 5 mana, 3/3, all classes. After your opponent plays a minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it. This is kind of like the Dollmaster Dorian. Dorian, is that what his name was? Except it's your opponent's playing a card rather than when you draw a card, a minion. Kind of interesting. Like, I don't know. Could be useful, but I think it's way too situational, and you can kind of play around it a little bit. So, meh. Let's see. 7 mana, a Boommaster Flark, 5/5 Hunter. Battlecry summon 4/0/2 Goblin Bomb. Oh, we've seen the Goblin Bombs. Those are the ones that deal 2 damage to face, right? I think this was played in Death Rattle Hunter, maybe not. Probably not, because it's a Battlecry, but anyways. So let's see, that was 26, so that means we got it after 30, I think 9 packs? Right? So, or, can't remember. Anyways, sorry, taking notes while I'm doing this. Probably not the most professional thing to do or whatever, but it is what it is. Oh, we got another epic. Epics are taking the lead compared to legendaries. 2 mana cloning device. Priest. Discover a copy of a minion in your opponent's deck. So we kind of have like Mind Vision, but that's only pulling from hand. Thought Steal kind of does this, except it's 2 cards for 3 mana, but it's not a minion specifically. It's just 2 cards. So, okay. I mean, that's kind of what Priest does, bro. So, alright, we got the War Gear again. We got the Topsy-Turvy. Got the Tending Tarin, and the Juicy Psych Melon. 4 mana, draw a 7, 8, 9, and 10 minion, or 10 cost minion from your deck. Gosh. So, geez. Malagos is 9. Kun is 10. Aviana is 8? 9. It's 9, right? So, man, big druid, huh? Interesting. I mean, so, like I said, I think the whole, what's it called? OTK druid, like the Malagos druid, is a pretty popular druid deck right now. So, this could actually be pretty sick. But then you have that Warlock card, or whatever, right? Where you can, like, change one of the minions in both your and your opponent's hand into a demon. So, that's kind of interesting, too. But yeah, no, I think that deck is going to get stronger. I've never played it because I don't have Aviana or Kun. I do have Malagos. So, anyways, Glowtron 1 mana, 1/3 magnetic paladin mech. Okay. Seeing that. Spark Drill, 6 mana, 5/1 rush. Death Rattle. Add 2 1/1 sparks with with rush to your hand. So this is basically Magma Rager. But for 3 extra mana, you get to rush it, and you get to add 2 1/1 sparks into your hand. Worth? Meh. I don't know. Not that impressed. Okay. Seen that, seen that, seen that, seen that, seen that. Alright, this is a little bit more where I'm expecting those cards to start kind of being redundant. Landscaping. 3 mana. Summon 2, 2/2 Trents. Force of Nature is 5 mana, right? And it's 3. So, meh. Fun fact, I used to play RuneScape as a kid. I mean, like, as a preteen into my teens, I think. And I had a friend whose younger sister who was probably, like, in early-ish grade school at the time. Like, when we were, like, whenever we, like, hang out together, we would play RuneScape together, like, me and my friend. And then a sister, I guess, would kind of feel left out because she didn't play because she was, like, 5 or something. And then she would always complain that we played landscaping because that's what she thought RuneScape was called. Anyways, seen that, yeah, I've seen that. Cool. Yep, so my friends and I used to play a lot of landscaping. Explodinator, have we seen that? 4 mana, 3/2, summon 2, 0/2 goblins. Bombs. 0/2 goblin bombs, not 0/2 goblins. Seen that, seen that, seen that. Eureka, 6 mana, shaman, summon a copy of a random minion from your hand. Not sure how impressive that would be. I don't know if shaman necessarily. I guess we could. No, I'm not sure. I was gonna say, like, I was kind of playing some even shaman the other day. And it's like, yeah, I guess you could cheese out like a like a sea giant or something. But it's like you could probably get a sea giant out cheaper than 6 mana. Cause right. Anyways, I'm not sure about that card. That's what I'm trying to say. Not impressed. Not impressed. Alright. Seen that. Seen that. Seen that. Don't think I've seen this. Menacing Nimbus, 2 mana, 2/2, elemental, shaman. Battlecry, add a random elemental to your hand. That's not bad. 2 mana, or I mean, 2/2 is decent enough. Like, it loses to 2/3 minions at the 2 mana slot, but yeah. And then Shrink Ray, 5 mana, set the attack and health of all minions to 1. So, it's like an equality and a bunch of humilities. Is that what it's called? Can't remember. I don't know. Am I impressed? Not particularly. Alright. Epic was starting to pull away. Seen that, seen that, seen that. Whirly Glider. 2 mana, 2/1. Summon a 0/2 Goblin Bomb. Alright. Ectomancy. 6 mana. Summon copies of all demons you control. So that could be pretty decent, especially if you have like 2 Void Lords or something on the board. You can even, or no, I was gonna say you could play this in even lock, but you can't do that with Void Lords then. But I don't know, could be reasonable. Not sure. I don't have Void Lords myself, so that is a bummer for me. But then again, I play even lock, so wouldn't play them anyways. That's part of the reason why I play even lock. That and I only have the even version, the Gen Grey Mean or whatever. I don't have the Baku Moon Hunter or whatever, the odd one. Scene. New one, 2 mana, Stealth Divine Shield, 1/2, Cloaked Chemist. Okay, fair enough. 10 mana, Mulch Muncher, 8/8 Mech Druid, Rush. Costs 1 less for each friendly Trent that died this game. Interesting. Makes sense, the Mulch part of it. I don't know if you would go for a Trent deck, but I don't have a viable Druid deck right now, so I guess I might as well try it. Scene, got the landscaping again. The RuneScape, sorry. Scene. And Cybertech Chip. 2 mana. Give your minions Death Rattle. Add a random mech to your hand. Oh, wow. That's... So in Death Rattle Hunter, that's gonna be pretty good, right? You just get a bunch of minions out, and then they all get Death Rattle, and you get, refill your hand. It's pretty sick. I like that. I don't have a lot of the good cards I think that make Hunter great. Like, I don't have Deathstalker Hunter Rexar. Deathstalker Rexar. Right, that's what it's called. Seen that. Annoy-O Module. 4 mana. 2/4 Taunt. Divine Shield and Magnetic. Paladin. Okay. Missile Launcher. All classes. 6 mana, 4/4 mech. Magnetic. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all other characters. Okay. So it's basically like the, what's it called? What I was trying to remember before? Dread Inferno? Is that what it was? 6 mana, 6/6. Warlock card. Deal 1 damage. Battlecry. To everything. It's kind of like that, but it's like every turn. No, it's like Baron-Geddon. That's a better analogy, I think. It's like Baron-Geddon, except it's 1 damage and it's the stats and everything's different. Anyways, I'm not sure about that. I'm not entirely convinced, but we'll see. See if they play. So 3 triplets, triple rares. Pilot Reaper, we've seen that. Pogo Hopper, 2 mana, 1/1. Battle Cry, Rogue. Battle Cry, gain 2/2 for each other Pogo Hopper you play this game. Interesting. Oh, so that's where that Alchemist, whatever thing that shuffles a minion back into your, like 3 copies of into your deck. That's interesting. Pogo Hopper. I don't know. I kind of like that. It's kind of cheesy, but I don't think it's going to work very well. But we'll see. I think we've seen this. Dino-Matic, 5 mana, 3/4, deal 5 damage, randomly split among all minions except mechs. Okay. Wait. Curious. Does Mecha Jiraxis count as a mech? Oh my god. Like, if that's the case, like, cosmetic stuff actually has an impact on the game. Whoa, Blizzard. Real talk? Like, are we becoming pay to win? Hearthstone, pay to win? Because Mecha Jiraxis was the pre-purchase thing for this expansion, right? Whoa. I'm curious. I'm really curious if this is going to work like that. It's kind of like how Jiraxis, like Jiraxis itself, counts as a demon, right? That's why you can sack pack it. So, whoa. Hearthstone, pay to win. Interesting. Like, obviously there's the whole like discussion. It's like, oh, well, you can buy packs, and that's technically pay to win because it's like you're paying for time and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, kind of. I guess I'm kind of the subscriber of like, pay to win is like, you can literally not get something. Oh, actually, then again, like if you can like, let's say you play like a role playing game, you can literally buy gear, even if it's not like better, like even if it's like not like better than other things you can get in the game. Is that pay to win? I don't know. Now I'm torn. Anyways, I was initially gonna say like, it's like if you can buy something that you can't otherwise obtain, that would be pay to win, and it's better. But now I'm kind of torn. I don't know where I fall in the discussion. But Hearthstone, are we pay to win now? Like legitimately pay to win because you get actual advantages by paying that impact the potential of a game, the potential results of a game. Interesting. Anyway, sorry, long tangent on that card. The Bomb Toss. Oh wait, it was for naught because it says minions only. All right. Retract that. Sorry for that, like, minute or 2 minutes of your life that you lost. Anyways, Bomb Toss. Deal 2 damage, summon a, 0/2... Have you seen this one? Deal 2 damage and summon a 0/2 Goblin Bomb. So it's a Hunter card. Interesting. So deal 2 damage and then summon. Okay, whatever. Sorry about that. Tangent aside. Alright. Seen that, and seen that. Okay. And let's see, seen that, and yep. Okay. Bum. Got him, and seen that. Alright. Another epic. Seen that. Extra arms. What was that tentacle card that priest had? Was it tentacle for arm? No, that was a warrior weapon. But that tentacle thing. Gosh. Alright, extra arms. Give a minion 2/2. Add more arms to your hand that gives plus 2/2. Okay, so basically, it's 3 mana. Give 2/2 to a minion, and then it gives you another card, which I'm guessing probably is 3 mana. 4/2, so basically 6 mana, 4/4. Potentially. We'll see. 3 mana, 3/4, all classes. It's a beast. Augmented Elk. Whenever you shuffle a card into a deck, shuffle an extra copy. Interesting. So, this could be used in that rogue deck, right? The one that's shuffling all the little Pogo hoppers? I kind of want to try that now. Did I have one? Did I only have the one copy of it? I think I only had one copy of it, right? Another epic. Seen that, seen that, seen that. Ah, here's another weapon. Here's a new weapon, rather. 3 mana. Necrium Blade. 3/2. Death Rattle. Trigger the Death Rattle of a friendly minion. Interesting. Okay, Death Rattle Rogue. Glowstone Technician. 6 mana. 3/4. Paladin. Give all minions in your hand 2/2. So more buff Paladin, I guess. Hand Paladin. Alright, alright. Another epic. Seen that, seen that, seen that. We've seen that, yep. And then Necrium. What is this Necrium? Like, I know, I've heard of Azurite, right? That's the whole, like, Legion thing in World of Warcraft. What's this Necrium? I don't remember that. 5 mana. Trigger a friendly minion's death rattle twice. I don't know. Depends on if we have really strong death rattles. I don't remember at this point, right now, if it's worth 5 mana. But, we'll see. Alright. Another triple rare. Seen that, seen that. Galvanizer. 2 mana, 1/2, all classes. Mech. Battlecry, reduce the cost of mechs in your hand by 1. Interesting, okay. 1/2 for 2 is kind of on the weaker side, but potentially helpful there. Oh, there's another Pogo Hopper, nice. And we got the Mech Whelp. Oh. There are some death rattles that are potentially worth it, right? 5 mana, summon 14/14. Seems pretty good. Anyways. Okay, another epic. Oh, I haven't seen this. 3 mana, 3/3, all classes. Electro Right. Battlecry. If you're holding a spell that costs 5 mana or more, gain +1/+1. So 3 mana, 4/4. If you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more mana. I mean, you're basically kind of getting just 1 extra stat compared to a lot of, like, decent 3-drops, right? So, I don't know. Seen that, seen that, seen that, and then we got the Elk again. Alright, so maybe we can play that Pogo Hopper Rogue. Yeah. Okay. Got these. The buddies here, the buddies. Seen that and seen that. Alright. This would have been our last pack if I bought 40 packs like I usually do, but got an extra 5. Seen that, seen that, seen that, seen that, and seen that. Alright, let me just check my notes real quick. I believe we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 legendaries and 40, which is, I think, pretty reasonable. I think that's what I usually get on average. Yeah, respectable, I think, given that, you know, pity timer is 40 packs, so technically in 40 packs you're only guaranteed 1, but on average you get them, I think, roughly every 20. I've been keeping track of that, at least my statistics, for a while now. So yeah, I think a little bit over 2 would be the average, because you get a guaranteed 1 in your first 10, and then 20, and then you have another 10 packs, so 2 to 3 I think is pretty average, so respectable. But we got a couple extra packs to open, just because, you know, I accidentally bought 40 packs rather than 37. Forgot about the 3 packs that I was just shoved in my face when I logged in. I believe we've seen all these, right? Yep. Alright. Anything exciting in these last 5 packs? Seen that, seen that, seen that. Yep. Okay. Alright. Seen these guys, seen that guy, another elk. Fortunate, that's our 3rd one. Okay. Another epic. Okay. Looks like we're going Death Rattle Rogue, and we've seen all these chums. Last pack. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, come on, there we go. Okay, no legendary there, unfortunately, but whatever. Have we seen this one? Summon a copy of each adjacent minion. Interesting. 8 mana, 4/4. Goop Sprayer. That's kind of that's some imagery there. Doubling Imp. 3 mana, 2/2, Warlock Demon. Summon a copy of this minion. So basically, 3 mana, 4/4, but it's in 2 minions. Fireworks Tech. 2 mana, 2/1. Battlecry. Give a friendly mech 1/1. If it has a death rattle, trigger it. Ooh, interesting. That's pretty nice. I like that. So Death Rattle Hunter, like I said, a thing. Alright. Cool. cool. So that is 45 packs. 45 packs open. Let's see. It's always 135 cards in each expansion, right? So, well, one, it's nice that the servers didn't crash. Let's see. 7, 15, 27, 33, 42, 49, 54, 61, 61, 95. So I'm missing 40 cards. Reasonable. How do I... Let's see. So we do that. We do this. We go Boomsday. And let's take a look at some of the cards I don't have. Can you get out of the thing? There we go. Alright, so we got Legendary Spell. I don't think I'm going to read all of them, but let's see. So we got the Legendary Spell there, and a Legendary. Let's go ahead and just get rid of these guys. Okay, so we're missing 3 cards here. Goblin Prank looks like another trap or something like that. And we're missing 2 cards here. Okay, I think I've seen that in like a video or something. So we're missing 3 cards there. We're missing 3 here, and then we got potentially 4. Okay, so we got a lot, 4 or 5, yeah. So there's a lot of them. A lot of mage cards we're missing, comparatively. 3 here, and another 5, okay. And 2 here, 4, okay. Got the Poco Hoppers. And looks like that's 3, right? Okay. And here's 2 that we're missing. And 3, the Stormbringer. Transform your minions into random legendary minions. Wow, that is interesting. I should probably read the legendary card, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, we're missing 4, a lot of here. 5 here, okay. 3 here. Only 3 there, okay. And let's see, we got 1 that we're missing. 2, 3, 4. 8. Well, that's a lot. 13. And 15. Okay. Mega Cthulhu, huh? 10 mana, 10, 10. Death Rattle. If you have no cards in your deck, hand, and battlefield, destroy the enemy. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, like, how does that effect go off? It's a Death Rattle, right? Because you're empty battlefield. Interesting. Wow. That's kind of clever, I guess. Anyways, that's it for the pack opening. I guess we'll throw it on the Druid, because I don't know why. But, yeah, no, so, I think there's a couple decks that I'm thinking about trying now. So, like, yeah, there's, like, the Death Rattle, well, I don't know why I said it that way. Death Rattle Hunter, which I know I'm missing quite a few cards, for, like, the legendary end of things. But I think I have a couple pieces that might be worth trying out, and then Death Rattle Rogue might be a thing. Pogo Hopper Rogue. I think I might try that out. And then, I think maybe try Big Warrior again. Let's see what's up. But anyways, yeah, so 45 packs. Got an extra 5 this expansion this time around. But what was I going to say? 3 legendaries, yeah. So 3 legendaries, reasonable, like I said. And, that's it. So, oh, let's go ahead and check. I don't even know if there's a solo adventure. I would imagine there probably is, but we'll see. Might not release. Looks like no. That or they haven't implemented. Because I think the Witchwood, when the Witchwood came out, actually, I don't remember with Kobolds and Catacombs if dungeon runs were, like, out at launch. But I'm pretty sure the Witchwood, like, the monster hunts, that took, like, they released it, and then a week later, they had the monster hunts. But I'm pretty sure the tab was in there. But I don't recall. So, I'm not sure if there's going to be a solo adventure thing for the Boomsday Project. Like I said, I haven't really been paying attention to it very well. A lot less than, I missed some cards here. A lot less than I usually do. Oh, never mind. Those are cards from previous expansions, I guess. But yeah, anyways, so that's it for the Boomsday Project pack opening. And until next time, thanks for watching.